You've stepped into the Jared Briggs Show. This is our live stream we do every single Wednesday, and it is published on the podcast with Spotify and Apple and all the other places, but Spotify and Apple is the main places that I focus on and that I look at. So you can go check the show out there. If you catch the end of the live and you want to hear everything else we're talking about, you can always go there. We're also on YouTube as well. Sometimes the video, like this week's episode, for just my solo episode, just the normal one that I do, video wasn't working. I don't know why the video wasn't working, but the video wasn't working. So it's just an audio podcast this week. I tried it for 2 hours and again the next day and couldn't get anywhere. Welcome to podcasting and welcome to learning and doing it on your own. You guys, I love this part of the show where we talk about the whole concept of start living your life. Break yourself out of the ruts you're in, the frustrations you're in, whatever it is that you're going through. And the people that I'm really talking to here are those who have a bigger goal, have a bigger dream. They've got something burning inside of you where you know you're made for more. You have a business idea, a growth idea. You want to get married. You want whatever your big dreams and goals are, but you're stuck and you're looking for knowledge and information of how to level up and how to grow and how to develop. Those are the people that I'm talking to. That is the stuff that I connect with. That is what I like to do. So that's what we focus on. So this whole concept of start living your life is just to give you courage, give you 100% courage towards your dreams and your goals. So we're going to start it off. I think this is week 4. Doesn't really matter, but I think this is week 4. So here we go. You guys, the first thing that came to mind as I've been planning for this is, who are you connected to? And the people, the relationships, the people that lift you up, not just your normal everyday coworkers or friends or family, the people that you've hung around your whole entire life. Who are the people that are causing you to stretch, that are causing you to grow, that when you look at their life, it automatically inspires you to think, man, I can do more. I'm capable of more. I'm put on this earth to do more. Those are the people that I'm talking about. I want to share with you, I've got this dream, this vision to get into the life coaching space. And I want to reframe that phrase somehow. I got to get a real big name, but the whole life coaching, I feel like it has a stigma around it. And it's not necessarily that I want to just be like a therapist, life coaching type stuff. No, I'm after like really helping people get results. So I got to figure that out. But you guys, if I could snap my fingers and that's what I was doing automatically in this moment, that's what it would be doing, is working with individuals, communities, groups, and helping them see their potential, helping them grow, helping them to develop. And this year, I dedicated myself to this in 2025. I said, you know what? I don't know what it is. I don't know how to do it. I don't know anything about it, but I'm going to put effort and energy towards my true dream and goals. That's why I started doing the podcast again. That's why I changed it to the Jared Briggs Show. That's what I've always wanted it to be. And I've had people tell me, you don't have a big enough name yet. I know I don't, but that's what I want it to be. That's what I want to focus on. And so the Jared Briggs Show is my mission, is my focus. It is my mantra in a way of going after the goals and the dreams. Be the master. That's become my mantra over the last a little over a year, is be the master of your life, dictate your life, really go control everything that you can, every controllable that's you're capable of controlling, go do that. And so I set out on this journey and I said, all right, I'm going to go do the podcasting and I'm going to start doing the coaching and I'm going to start doing everything I can in that direction. It is frustrating as all get out. Most days I'm ready to quit. I'm ready to give up. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I don't know. I'm stuck. And I told myself I wasn't going to give up. And so I started looking at this concept of, whoa, who are the people that I'm hanging around? Wow, there are no other life coaches in my circle. I don't hang out with them. I don't talk with them. I don't learn from them. I don't go network with them. I don't any of that. Can I find some event online where I can go hang out with other coaches for a day, for a couple of hours, whether it's here in Utah, whether I got to fly across the country, whether it's within driving distance? I don't care. are there? And I kept searching. I even used ChatGPT. I used Nova and was searching for events and different things. I posted in different Facebook groups and I just wasn't able to find things. And so I was like, okay, what is the next step? And so I started working on my landing page, my offer, what we call a CRM. So if somebody's interested, they come in there and can get all the information. So I'm going to dive into that and I'm going to start building that out. Having a conversation with the gentleman that is helping me build all those things out, he said, "Oh, what it is that you want to do, you need to meet Diana." I'm like, "Who's Diana?" He told me a little bit about her and I locked on. And so we finished our meeting conversation about everything that we're building together. And it was a couple hours later, I texted him. I was like, "Hey, you started group text introducing me to Diana." I shared this with you because Diana has a group of other coaches. She has a program and a kind of a course you can go through that would make me a certified life coach, an ICF certified life coach. There's other programs that I can learn from, other people that I can learn from. She's connecting with me with people that helped her build her business, and it's just gone wild. That, you guys, that has been incredible, and I feel so good about it. And so I share with you, who are you connected with? What are you doing to take even the smallest, simplest step towards your goal and your dream? Because I was looking for some type of a community. I was looking for a network. I was looking for a course or a program or something. And I didn't find it. And I said, okay, what is the next step that I can do? I'm going to build the things that I already have in my mind. And so I started focusing on that. And it led me to meeting other people that connected me with the community of people that I was looking for to begin with, weeks and maybe a month or two ago. So I share this with you. Start living your life. But a component of that is, who are the people you are connected with? Who are you surrounding yourself with? Because if you try to become a self-made success, I've learned this myself. There is zero about me that is successful by myself. Now, yeah, I've been the one to do a lot of the work, but do you know how many people I've learned from? Do you know how many people have supported me? Do you know how many people I would go be like, "Hey, I see you're being successful in this area. Can I learn from you? Can I watch you? Can I just follow you for a day?" And I would do that and I would learn a ton of stuff and it would help me be successful. My wife has supported me incredibly. My family has supported me. Some haven't, some have. But even if they don't support me, that fuels me because that means I know I'm heading in the right direction. So I share this whole concept of, who are you connected with? Because if you're having a hard time creating success in your life, it's because you're trying to do it on your own. It's because you don't have the right people in your corner. You don't have the right people educating you and helping you and pushing you and talking with you and masterminding with you. I had an incredible experience over a week ago, not this last Monday, but the Monday before, helping a good couple, credible people, friends of mine, with some life insurance. Went to their house and got some signatures. We had the 45-minute conversation that lifted me up so much. It gave me so much inspiration, guidance, knowledge, new ways of thinking about things that I was chewing on in my mind already, and that they helped me gain some new knowledge and perspective and ideas. All because of just, who are you connected with? So I share this with you. Do not take it lightly. If there is something that you want to do, if you want to own some type of a business, find other people that are in that business. Find other people in that industry. Find other people that are being successful and just go be with them. I love this concept and I used to not understand it, but it says pay to play. Pay to play. I've joined some of these things that I just recently did and I invested a little bit of time and money into it. I'm like, you know what? This is what I want. This is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm willing to pay to play. I want to get in the room. Do whatever you have to get in the room. If it costs a fee to get in the room, if you got to buy something or pay someone or buy a ticket, do whatever. If you want it bad enough, you will find a way. Pay to play and go in there and just be a sponge, soak up everything. You don't even need to go to any of these things and say a word. You just need to be a sponge. I joined this group that meets every Monday at 7 a.m. And right at the start, I had a bad feeling, or kind of a bad emotion. I've been a part of a bunch of things like this and got burned a little bit. But I was like, I know I need to pay to play. I know I need to be a part of these things. So I get in there and had an incredible experience. I learned, I grew. It gave me inspiration. It gave me guidance. And I'm like, holy crap, I got to open myself up more. I got to develop myself more. I got to completely take who I am and who I've been and add to that. And I got to get in the room. What do these people do? These people that are successful in this industry that I really want to be a part of. What is it that they do? How do they act? How do they talk? How do they present themselves? What is their schedule like? What are their disciplines like? What is important? What isn't important? What books are they reading? What conversations are they having? You see, you don't even need to get in the room. You don't even need to be in there and say anything. You can ask a couple of questions, introduce yourself, say hi, and listen. People love to share. You guys, successful people, true, honest, good, successful people, they will share everything with you. Everything. And so go be a part of that. Go take what it is that you want to do, your true goals, and go get in the room in any way you can and really focus on who it is that you're connected with. That leads right into the next section. Do what scares you. I share this because maybe you're scared. Maybe you're really scared to start your business. Maybe you're scared to go to that event. Maybe you're scared to go talk to that person. Maybe you're scared to build. Maybe you're scared to even start or think about it. Maybe you're scared to even just be honest with yourself and tell yourself what it is that you truly want, to pull out your journal and to write down that income that it is that you truly desire, or write down that business or a relationship or experience. Maybe you're scared to just do that. But I'm here to tell you, do the things that scare you. Some of the moments that I feel like I've grown the most in my life and that I can look back on, that I have so much gratitude and I'm grateful for, is those moments where I went after my goals and my dreams in a direction that I wanted to go with a lot of unknown. And I was completely scared of maybe this investment, maybe this time, maybe this thing, maybe this traveling here, maybe any of these things that I'm doing. Maybe it's going to be a waste of time, or maybe it's a waste of money, or maybe I shouldn't do it. Hey, how am I going to replace that money? How am I going to build my savings back to that point? How am I going to be profitable off this? How am I going to take that investment and turn it into a positive? Maybe you've got all of those ideas bouncing around in your head. But this is one thing that I do know is true and that I found true for myself. The more that I give myself what it is that I want and what it is that I truly desire, the more I grow and develop into that person who I already am and who I'm meant to be, which causes all of the good things that need to happen to take care of all those things you're stressing about. Maybe the money, the time, the experiences, the judgment, the what ifs. Every time you step out, you grow. Every time you step out of who it is that you are going to grow, and your life will grow with you. If you take $10,000 and invest into whatever it is that you want to do, my experience has been that 10,000 has come back and more every single time because I'm going after it with true desire, true investment. See, and that's what you need to do with yourself is do the things that scare you because that's what you need to do. And because that's what you want to do and what you desire to do. And it's because it's who you are meant to be. That's all it is. We've got this fear, this false evidence appearing real. You know what fear stands for? It's false evidence appearing real. We've got all of this false evidence around us that is blocking us and blinding us from who it is that we truly are. And when you do that simple thing that scares you, when you step out of that and it's like you step through this blinders veil or curtain and you step into that, you're going to feel so good. I remember the very first time, the first big investment I made in myself to start podcasting. I remember when I did that. And when I paid the person, I sent them a text and I said, it's about damn time I did something towards who it is that I truly desire to be. And they applaud me. They were so excited to see that growth. And I grew a ton from that. I grew a ton. I didn't even miss the money. I didn't even care about the money at the end of the day. It was a blinder. It was holding me back. And when I got rid of that money and I invested it towards that thing and I stepped through that, I automatically grew. And I literally from that moment now was like, okay, what is the next thing that I need to do? I've got blinders up again. I want to get to another level. I want to grow again. What are the blinders that I've got up? And how can I step through those? I need to exercise the courage. I need to stop allowing all of this false evidence appearing real, all the fear in my life holding me back. And I need to push that aside and have courage and faith in the direction of who it is that I truly, that I truly want to be and that I desire to be. So I invite you, go do that thing that scares you. And it doesn't even have to be on a large scale. Maybe even just pulling out a journal and writing down your true dreams and goals. What it is that you feel in your heart. Maybe that's the thing you need to start with. Because it's scary. It's real. For some reason, writing down on a piece of paper and seeing that and reading that, you almost close it to make sure nobody's looking and nobody sees it. And you're like, should I burn this? Should I burn this journal? Because I don't want anybody to see what it is that I truly wrote down. It's scary, but it's truth and it's honesty. And when you do that for yourself, it's going to liberate yourself to continue to exercise in courage. Now, what is your true goal? Have you honestly sat down and thought about that? What is your true goal or goals? What is the vehicle you want to drive? The income, the house, the business, the job, the position, the experience, the joy, the happiness? What is it that your heart is truly burning desire telling you? This is the most interesting thing that I find with a lot of people. And I've even witnessed this with my own team members. Excuse me, I didn't mean to bump that. What when I ask them, what is your true goal? I hear this all the time. People that want to make more money. I'm like, what is your goal with money? Well, I just want to make more money. Well, what does that even mean? You could be walking down the street, pick up a penny off the street, and you just made more money. You have a penny more than you had before. So you just collected more money. So what does it even mean? What is it that you truly specifically want? I'm making 45,000 a year. I want to make 75,000 a year. Great. That is a goal. You know, I need a new car and I want this car. Great. That is a goal. I want to buy a house. Great. That is a goal. I want to start a business in cosmetology, or I want to be a barber, or I want to be a concrete professional, or I want to be an insurance agent, or I want to be whatever. What is it specifically, truly, that you want? If God sat before you right now and said, hey, tell me what it is that you truly want. I want you to pull out your list of the goals that you truly want and that you truly desire, and I will make them come true in this moment. Would you KNOW? Would you know with detail what that is? Could you spat that off in an instance? Do you know yourself that said, I want this and this? Because the interesting thing about it is the scriptures already say that. In the Bible, New Testament, Old Testament, it's all over scriptures. Ask and ye shall receive. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. He that asketh, receiveth. It's already laid out in plain sight for us. And that's one thing that I finally found out for myself was like, man, I've always had this moment where I feel like being honest with myself and truthful with myself. What does it really mean? And how do I really do it? And I can't just go to God and always be like, I want this and I want this and I want this. But then I sat back and looked at it in true perspective. And I'm like, God wants us to just be happy. He wants us to enjoy. He wants us to progress. We can't take all of these things with us, but we can take what we learn. We can take the experiences. We can take the memories. We can take the lessons. We can take the learnings that it took to build to that point. If you need to grow your income to build and buy your dream house, well, think of how much learning it's going to take to increase your income and to know where, when, why, and how to build a house or buy a house. All of those things we get to take with us: the knowledge, the experiences, the learnings, the developments, the everything. So why are we capping? Why are we limiting what God wants us to do or who he wants us to be? I really thought at a moment where I'm like, I really don't have any say in that. God's never going to take our agency away. He's never going to make us do anything or tell us to do anything, but he's going to allow us to make our own decisions and say, hey, do this, you'll get good things. Great, I'm going to do this, but that's my decision. I'm either going to do the good thing or I'm going to do the bad thing. That's my decision. So what is your true goals? What is it that you truly want? 100% honest with you. Write them down, stick them somewhere safe. They aren't for anybody else. They're for you. They're 100% for you. But do you know when you wake up in the morning what it is that you're working towards? When you go to bed at night, you know what you're working towards. If an opportunity presents itself, hey, this is helping me towards my goals, or this is taking me away from my goals. Do you truly know these things? Or are you just floating day by day? Now, this is something, you guys, it's going to take you time to learn how to really get specific with yourself and how to unlock your mind and reprogram yourself and redevelop yourself. But guess what? You can do it. A little bit of effort every single day is going to go a long ways. No different than the tortoise and the hare. The tortoise won. Shouldn't have won. Way slower than the hare. But he won. Pick up some books. Learn about these things. But what if you were specific? What if you really wrote them out and you knew and you planned? You wrote out what it is that you want and you started developing a plan on how to achieve those things. How much help do you think you would get from God and the universe and energy? You would start seeing things that you've never seen before because you've opened yourself up. You opened yourself up. No different than my experience with wanting to create a better network of coaches that I want to go be around and learn from. I started journaling about it and I started writing about it. I started looking on social media. I started looking on Google. I started looking on ChatGPT. I started opening my eyes, listening and searching for anything that I could find, some tip, some event, some person on social media that's local here that I could go hang out with, anything. And it finally happened. So what else are we not receiving because we just haven't asked? We haven't gotten specific. Your goals, your dreams, everything that you want are so much closer, so much more attainable, so much more possible than you may think. And I hope you can, in this moment, really believe. I just released a podcast episode this week about you can do anything you put your mind to. And that is true freedom when you really put your mind to something and you work towards that. And so I really want you to begin to think and ponder and pray and search about, I can do anything I put my mind to. What is it that I'm going to put my mind to? What is it that I'm going to put all my effort and energy towards? You guys, it's a powerful thing. There's so much possibility. So I'm just going to do a recap real quick. Who are you connected with? And you need to do that thing that scares you. And what are your true goals to be specific with? You guys, these are important things. These are really important things. That's what I wanted to share with you guys today. I see that there is someone live here. I don't know if you're on Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok, but if you, or yeah, it looks like there's a couple of people. You guys, if there's anything I can help you with, or you have a question about, or any insight or a conversation you want to have, type a little comment right here. It should pop up on this platform. I've never had anybody comment. That's what I did this platform for. So we're on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok all at the same time. And if there's any questions or things that I can help you with, or anything you want to share, any wins, any successes, any lessons, learnings, questions, anything, share them, or maybe even just give me a thumbs up and see if it does pop up in the chat. I would appreciate that, because it says there's a chat right here. I wonder if it works. It's supposed to. Supposed to work. Would any of you guys just give me a thumbs up to see if it pops up? And maybe you already have, and maybe it's just not popping up. Could be a very good possibility. Flip, it took me 10 minutes, not 10 minutes, probably a couple minutes to get the dang camera to finally connect to it. Wouldn't show the camera. All right, nothing's popping up. But you guys, start living your life. Start honestly, truly living your life. Authentically you. And be the master of your life. That quote comes from, I'm just going to share it. We got a little bit of time right here. Why I share be the master is there was a therapist I did a few calls with. I had a friend that I talked with last year, it's probably about this time. And I just said, hey, man, sometimes it'd just be nice to have somebody to talk to that isn't family or friends or anybody that I know. I've thought about talking with a therapist, but I don't want a therapist that's just going to be like, oh, woo, boo hoo type stuff. I want somebody that's just going to talk and listen and motivate and inspire me and uplift me, not just, I feel like a lot of therapists just get stuck in the sorrow, and they just keep doing that. So you keep coming. I don't know. I don't know why it is, but I don't love that. So my friend introduced me to this guy named Dwayne, and he was a business owner before. He just loves this kind of stuff. So he went and got his degrees, and now he's a therapist, but he's working on his to own his own practice and everything like that. He's very business oriented. So we have more business conversations than we have therapy type conversations. And I was sharing some things with him, just really trying to get some things out. And he just said, he's like, Jared, you need to be the master of your life. I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, think of the master bedroom, in your home. Do you think it's the master bedroom because it was some cool name somebody said? He's like, no, think about it. Way back in the day with the slaves and everything, about way back in the day, the owner, the slave owner, the master, he had his master bedroom and bathroom, and however they had all their setups over there. And the workers knew that's the master's. That is the master's room. You don't go in the master's room unless you have permission to go in the master's room. Like, it was a big thing. And the master ran everything. You know, think about like rice plantations, the masters of those rice plantations and the slaves and all those things. Do you think the master was the one out doing the hard labor and all of those things? No, they were being the master. They were leading other people and coaching other people and developing their. I'm trying to share it in a way where it doesn't sound like they were terrible towards to slaves, because that whole concept's just an awful idea. But what he tried to depict to me is you need to be the master of your life. Stop doing everything. Stop being a part of everything. Stop saying yes to everything, and start being the master of your life. Start putting other tools, resources, people, and things in place to help grow your life. Make money in ways that's from your knowledge and your information, not just from your hustle and grind every single day. You know, start being the master and developing and growing and building your life. And that hit me because I was in a moment where I'm like, man, I just keep working harder and harder, and I'm not making any more money. I feel like I'm getting further behind. I'm causing more projects. I feel like there's this just never ends. And so this whole concept of be the master of your life is there. It's a good thing to create jobs. It's a great thing to hire somebody to come in your home and to be able to clean it because you just provide income for their family. You'll be the master. Stop doing those things that isn't what you do. Now, for those people that have cleaning companies out there, they crush it. They have incredible businesses. So why not go employ one of them to build their life so they can be the master of their life and I can be the master of my life? And this concept just disrupted my mind. It just changed everything for me. It grew me to where I'm like, whoa, instead of me thinking I have to do everything and touch everything and be a part of everything and learn everything and all of it, and my insurance company and my family and all those things, why not use other resources? Why not work with other people and get their expertise and skills and allow them to earn income the way they earn income and I'll earn income the way I earn income? It just exploded my mind. And so that's where this whole concept of be the master of your life, be the master came from. And it's become a mantra for me. It's become huge. I really enjoy it. And every time I get in a stuck moment, I'm like, okay, what do I got to do in this moment to be the master? And I learn from it every single time. So there's a little bit of background story of what be the master is, why it's become a mantra for me. Okay, you guys, thank you for listening to the Jared Briggs Show. Thank you for listening to this live stream episode that comes out every single Friday at 4 a.m. Listen to it wherever you want. You can listen to it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, or on YouTube. Thank you for listening. You guys have a wonderful day and be the master of your life.